today I'm here to do my review catch-up of days 6 through 10 of my photo challenge going on over on IG. So I'm a little late putting this one up, but it couldn't be helped. The work week has just been really terrible. I really hate it when I have too much work in February because it takes me away from my goal, which is to do this content for Read So Lit and, pay homage to these great Black American writers on this special month. So let's get started. So the first one I have is day 6. Day 6 is cozy. So this is where we were posting pics of what we feel is cozy, whether it's a place where you read, or maybe it's a particular book that you feel is a cozy read. So the books that I picked are the following. The first one is one of my faves. This is The Birds of Opulence, and this is by Crystal Wilkinson. I think I might have a review of this on here. It's either on here or on my blog. Don't worry, if I can find it, I'll link it below. So this is the story of they call the Good Brown family, Good-Brown family. And it's a matriarch family, and this really explores the difficulties of female relationships, that is mother-daughter, grandmother-granddaughter, etc. And it has such a lovely voice. That's the thing that stuck out the most to this book for me for this book was the voice and the message that it was bringing about motherhood and womanhood, and all of this taking place in Appalachia. Very good book. It's a short one. I highly recommend it. Okay, the next book that was in the picture was this one right here, which is Another Country. Oh God, I love this cover. It's an old one. I picked this up in a bookstore somewhere. I think it was in Paris. I picked this one up. But I just love this cover. Okay, so this is the story of a group of friends / acquaintances. And it takes place in the 1950s, if I'm not mistaken. And the book starts out with a tragic incident that happens. And from there, we then are introduced to this circle of people that knew this character. And from there, it plunges us into the difficulties between Black and white relationships. It also makes us look deeply into our preconceived notions of each other's race. It talks a lot about relationships between men and women, biracial couples. It also talks about the hold of it being a Jim Crow period. And even though we're in New York, there is its own type of Jim Crow because Black people just can't go everywhere and do everything, even though it is New York. It's just a very interesting take on all of that. And it just shows that Baldwin had his finger on the pulse with almost every book that he was writing. This book, it has things in it that are going to infuriate you, things that are just going to make you gawk, and things that will make you say, wow, that's similar to the way it is today. Some of the best scenes in this book are when there are conversations in groups at dinner parties and things like that. This is where things become the most interesting in this book. Another Country is definitely hands down one of my favorite 5-star reads from James Baldwin. If you haven't read this one, I highly recommend it. And the third book is Little Family by Ishmael Beah. Now, this one I have not read yet. It has been on my TBR for a minute. This is Ishmael Bea. He is Sierra Leone and American. This is him right here. So I'm going to read what it says a little bit on the inside of this book. It says, a powerful novel about young people living at the margins of society, struggling to replace the homes they have lost with the one they have created together. Hidden away from a harsh outside world, 5 young people have improvised a home in an abandoned airplane, a relic of their country's tumultuous past. Ellie Main, the bookworm, is as street smart as he is wise. Clever Kudiyamata maneuvers to keep the younger kids athletic, pragmatic, induvu, thoughtful, pindi, and especially their newest member, Namsa, safe and fed. When Eliman makes himself a service to the shadowy William Handkerchief, it seems as if the little family may be able to keep the world at bay and their household intact. But when Kudi comes under the spell of the beautiful people, the fortunate sons and daughters of the elite, the desire to resume an interrupted coming of age and follow her own destiny proves impossible to resist. A profound and tender portrayal of the connections we forged to survive the fate we're dealt. Little Family marks the further blossoming of a unique global voice. Okay, so this is not, I don't think this was his debut. I can't remember if this is his debut or not. I don't remember. But anyway, I've not read anything by him, and this is one that I picked up, and I really felt like it could be an interesting read. So these were the 3 that I put for cozy. Okay, cozy for Another Country because it's familiar and I love it a lot. Cozy for this one, The Birds of Opulence, because it's a family story. And cozy for this one because I feel like anytime I have a new book to read and I sit down to read it, that's cozy for me because I'm discovering. And I love that about reading. Okay, next we have day 7. Day 7 was Symmetry. So I did a really cool Symmetry pick with Blanche on the Lam by Barbara Neely. Now, you've heard me talk about this one quite a bit. This is a cozy mystery, and it's the first of a quartet featuring Blanche White. Blanche White is maybe like in her, I would say she's in her 30s. She is single, and she is a house cleaner. Quickly, we realize that Blanche is not to be played with. Like, she is smart, but she can be a little messy and very nosy. So what happens is Blanche needs to get work and she's been having difficulty. And so the beginning of the book, Blanche takes a job that is not really meant for her. And in doing that, she winds up cleaning the house of this rich white family. And stuff ensues. That's all I'm going to say. But I say definitely read Blanche on the Lam, all of the Blanche White series, the 4 books by Barbara Neely. Definitely read those. They are not to be missed, especially if you're looking for something that's like a cozy mystery. I have read them all except for book 4, and I'm just so not wanting to read book 4 because that will mean that the series is over, and I will be so sad when it's over. So highly recommend this one. This was what I used for Symmetry. Okay, now day 8 was Shelfie. So I am currently in front of the shelf where I took the picture, and I took it of this stack right here. And this stack right here has majority books from Walter Mosley's Easy Rawlins detective series. Now, this is a detective series that I started reading a couple of years ago, and I think I got all the way to book 5. And I think the next book I'm supposed to read is A Little Yellow Dog. and I still haven't read it yet. And that's where I stopped, sadly. So I really need to get back on the track of and that. I don't have the whole series, but I do have, I think I have half of the series. So that's at least something. Maybe a little more than half I have. There's a lot in the series. I think there's something like 17 books or something. So I need to get on it. I need to get on it and, finish this series in the next couple years. I really need, like, this year and next year. Hopefully next year I will totally be finished reading, this. So that's what I did for Shelfie. The next day was day 9, and it was purple was the prompt. And so for this one, I decided to go with Where We Started, Stories of Living Between Worlds. This was a anthology of short stories that was edited by Alicia McKenzie, the Jamaican writer, and Anna Maria Bamberger. And I picked this one because I have a short story that was published in this particular book. It came out in 2019, and my short story is called Sanctuary right there. Sadly, this book is no longer being printed. They opted to not continue to print the book. Oh well. But I still have my short story, and I'm currently working on other short stories that connect to the short story that I wrote in here, which is called Sanctuary. So that was my first time getting something published. It was a lot of work. I thoroughly enjoyed writing the short story, even though it was, it was stressful, but I, managed to get it done. And yeah, I'm, like I said, currently trying to add short stories to this one to make a short story collection around this family. So that's the purple prompt book. And last but not least, we have day 10, which is Black is Beautiful. So I decided to feature my beautiful black hair, 101 Natural Hair Stories from the Sisterhood by St. Clair Dietrich Jules. And this is it right here. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this book. It can also be like a coffee table book. What it does is it features different Black women, and on the other side, so it has the picture of the woman, and here is a little bit about her story around her natural hair. I tell you, this book is absolutely fantastic. Black is Beautiful is definitely this book. You can't go wrong. If you're thinking about going natural and you're still not sure, this is the book to get, because you're going to get so many different, stories and, the reasons why these different women decided to go natural and how it went for them. I feel like it is a very uplifting book, and it is a book that preaches for Black beauty, and the importance of Black beauty is the fact that this woman, St. Clair Dietrich Jules, decided to pay homage to natural hair through the beauty of Black women. I absolutely love this book, and it makes a perfect gift for someone, a birthday gift, or, or maybe for a go away gift or something like that. This would be a perfect book for that. Very, very well done. Beautiful pics. I highly recommend it. So those were all of the books that I featured through day 6 through day 10. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe you got some new ideas of books that you might want to check out. I'll be back very soon with my January wrap up and with my next round of books featured for the photo challenge. So I will see you very soon with another video. Happy reading. Bye.